Robert Saleh just provided one of the most confusing answers I've ever heard, and now quarterback conspiracy theories are running rampant on Jet social media. Let's do this thing.
Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. What's poppin', everybody? My name is Paul Ashton Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe down below for more New York Jets content. Let's get right into it. Robert Saleh joined the Michael Kay Show, ESPN 98.7, and he was asked a very blunt question from Michael Kay about Zach Wilson and the veteran quarterback on the roster. He's technically on the practice squad, Trevor Siemian. And why does Trevor Siemian not deserve a chance with the way Zach Wilson's been playing? You'll hear Michael Kay's question and a strange answer from Robert Saleh. Let's roll the footage.
But things have changed over 3 years, Robert. You've had different offensive coordinators before the change to Hackett this year, and you've had different weapons around him. And the one constant is Zach, and the one constant is last year he couldn't start over Mike White. So, first of all, this shouldn't be litigated. Now, I never understood with a 39-year-old quarterback why a guy who couldn't start last year was the first line of defense if he went down. You've got Trevor Siemian in your building. Why not give him a try?
No, I got you. No, it's again a fair question, and it's like I said, he I don't know. You got me. I'm gonna plead the fifth on all this one in terms of just I've kind of explained it, respectfully, obviously, but they're valid questions, bud, and I know from a passionate fan, from fans who are passionate, all having the same questions, I respect it greatly. But I've got to look at it from a global standpoint and just see where we are and look at the all 22 the best I can and make the decisions best as possible. So.
A global standpoint, first off, what does that even mean? He was asked whether or not Trevor Siemian should get an opportunity in the Jets quarterback situation. A global standpoint, that's where he has to view it. What the hell does that even mean? And number two, Saleh was flabbergasted, flustered, and baffled. You can see the full clip again. And what I mean full clip is there's a 3-minute plus clip I tweeted out on Twitter at BoyGreen25. You guys can follow me there. The link will also be in the YouTube description down below. It's a series of questions. That question and answer you heard were in full. You heard the full question and Robert Saleh's full answer. And he had been asked a couple of quarterback questions. Now, some people are saying that Saleh said he had already explained it earlier, so he didn't want to explain it again, which explained the absence of thought and pleading the fifth, hey, I answered it already. Others, like myself, I heard it, and then I heard the host talk about it after Saleh got off the air. The way that he was so flustered, the Trevor Siemian questions raised serious quarterback conspiracy theories, like, is Saleh even making this quarterback decision? Is it Woody Johnson? Is it Joe Douglas, who drafted Zach Wilson, the number 2 overall pick? Just a lot of questions were raised with that comment. And here's the thing, on the blunt sense, Zach Wilson is not the only problem. The offensive line stinks. The play calling stinks. The wide receivers have been dropping the ball. They've been fumbling it. Zach Wilson, obviously, 8 fumbles in the last 5 games, so fumbles, obviously, on him. He only has 1 pick in his last 219 passing attempts, but still. So the quarterback is not the only problem, but when so much is wrong with a broken offense, it's only scored 8 touchdowns in 8 games, which is the second lowest mark in Jets franchise history. Something has to change, and Saleh already said that it won't be play caller. Nathaniel Hackett will continue to be the guy, and I'm not surprised by that choice because he has a relationship with Aaron Rodgers. But trotting out the same thing is insanity. It's absolute insanity to not change any lineup, to not change play caller, and then just to trot this back out on Sunday Night Football against the Las Vegas Raiders, say, hey, it'll be different, guys. We're close, we promise. It's hard for Jet fans to buy that Kool-Aid because they haven't seen it. And if you don't make any changes, what would lead you to believe that change would happen? So Zach Wilson isn't the only problem. And some people would say, is Tim Boyle going to be any better? Is Trevor Siemian going to be any better? And I'll simply say this. I got no friggin' clue. No idea. Shout out to Matt O'Leary. We had this article earlier today from a video that he uploaded that Zach Wilson has had 29 starts in his career. Technically, it's 29. It's kind of 30 because basically he played that full game in week 1, but Aaron Rodgers technically got that start. And Trevor Siemian has had 30 starts in his career. In 30 starts, Zach Wilson has 20 touchdown passes. In Trevor Siemian's 30 starts, he has 42 touchdown passes, which is obviously more than double the production Zach Wilson has had. I think you need a spark, and I don't know what that is. Again, I'm open to interpretation, but one way you could potentially get a spark is by making a QB change. Throw Trevor Siemian out there and see what he can do. Now, Trevor Siemian is not as mobile as Zach, so won't be able to escape some of the pressure that Zach Wilson can, but maybe he could just consistently get the ball where it needs to go and won't miss some of those easy gimme throws that Zach missed in the Chargers game. Again, I'm open to interpretation, but something has to change. You can't trot out everything the same and expect different results. That is insane. But Saleh, befuddling and flabbergasted and searching, scrambling for answers. It's almost like he got caught with his pants down here on this question, which seems bizarre. Shout out to, again, the Michael K. Show for the audio and also for the line of questioning to kind of get it straight from Saleh. And he said, I plead the fifth. I don't know, which is not what you want to hear about this quarterback situation. Now, here's the stack. It is Zach Wilson. Tim Boyle is the backup. And then Trevor Siemian's on the practice squad. Saleh was asked on Tuesday, would he consider elevating Trevor Siemian to the roster, whether by signing him straight up to the 53 or elevating him? He said, no, not at this time. So that means it will be Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle heading into that Las Vegas Raiders game in Week 10 on Sunday Night Football. So it sounds like it will be the Zach Wilson show. Of course, there is time for Saleh to change that decision. They would not have to make a squad elevation call until Saturday. So still time to figure out this decision, but something needs to change. And the way Saleh answered that question certainly leaves a lot of opportunity and interpretation. It's going viral right now on social media with how people are interpreting this quote. I'll just say this. There is quarterback conspiracy theories, quarterback controversies, and all kinds of things. Zach Wilson was not able to deliver. And at the end of the day, the quarterback is responsible for putting points on the board. He is the architect of the offense. He is the quarterback. He is the point guard. And they have scored not enough. He has 1 interception in his last 219 pass attempts. That's good, but 8 fumbles in the last 5 games. They're not putting up offensive points. You could take turnovers if they're putting up gaudy statistics, if they're putting up crazy touchdown numbers, which obviously the Jets aren't. So if you're not going to risk it to get the biscuit potentially, then not being too ultra conservative is also hurting you in that same sense. So the Jets need to do something. What is that something? I guess that's left up to interpretation. So you guys let us know. Do you want to keep Zach Wilson out there? Do you go to another option like Tim Boyle, Trevor Siemian, who I admit I don't think either are good. Siemian's better than Boyle, but change is change, and maybe change can make a spark. That's ultimately what I'm advocating for. Whether you're not changing play caller, so I guess the only next logical change choice would be quarterback. So we'll see. It did not seem like the Jets were very motivated to do that at the beginning of the week. These solid comments are going viral. We'll see potentially where that goes. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for a quick vid here on the Boy Green YouTube channel. Guys, make sure you check out our daily live show every morning at 7:30 with a special guest, Boy Green Daily, a quick snack-size New York Jets live video show. Also available in the audio-only form by simply searching for Boy Green Daily wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you guys on the way out like the video, hit subscribe down below so you don't miss any great New York Jets content. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Go Jets in this wild world.